Hi everyone, I'm Christine Josty of Mail Something Pretty, and I want to show you these amazing cards that I came up with, and they're actually showcasing two Sale-a-bration products that are free during month of August. And so I wanted to show you two different ways of using them, and so you can get some free products. So one of them is this polka dot die. I think it's called Dots and Spots, and so it's just this big die and it makes this polka dot background. And the other item, and so that's free with a $100 order in August, and the other Sale-a-bration item is this amazing Phrases stamp set, and this also is free with a $100 order. And I love how you can kind of combine the different sayings to how you want, and I just love these big ones. I love the font, I love the kind of the whimsy of it and the size. So those are the two free items that you can get in August with a $100 order. And while I'm mentioning that, I actually have another offer in August. I'm just calling it my August special. And so if you spend $100, you can pick whatever you want for Sale-a-bration, either of those two items or two $50 items or levels. I will also send you a pack of festive gems, a Wink of Stella glitter pen, and an exclusive tutorial that will not be searchable or found on my YouTube channel, but just sent to those who take advantage of the August special. But you need to use this host code. So that is going on all in August, and you can order. I'll put the link below, but mailsomethingpretty.com. You can find the order link, or just mailsomethingpretty.com/shop online will bring you right to my store. Okay, so let's get into these cards. So let me move them aside. I already cut out my dots because it's a little easier to do it for the film. So what I discovered though is I had made this other card using the same die. So it's just kind of fun. So you can kind of make different backgrounds on dots. You can have stripes going underneath it. There's tons you can do with it. But you can kind of see here that I cut off some of the circles, which is fine, but I realized you can actually do it so you don't cut off any circles. So those layers are the same. It's 5 1/4 by 4, which is the standard first layer. So let me show you what I did. So I took my card, pretend it's not cut yet. I took my cardstock and I figured out that you can put it in there without cutting those circles off. And then I marked each corner with a paint pen, so it should stay there. So now when I go to do it, I know that I can just align it. I may have to fidget a little bit, but I can align it in there, and so I won't cut off any of the circles, so I got a nice straight edge. So I just wanted to point out that little tip for you. But anyways, I did this already, and then I already kind of pre-cut my pieces. So that is in Smoky Slate. My base is in Basic Gray. I tried different combinations, but it is kind of a busy card, right? There's a lot of texture going on, a lot of dots and the stripes and this and that. So I try to tone it down a little bit with some of the colors. So that's why I did the two grays. And then I have these strips here that I pre-cut. And so these are 1/8 of an inch wide. So with your paper cutter, what I did is I took just a piece of paper, cardstock to colors, and you can either align it on that first line and then cut little strips, or you can look at it on this way. So you can just go down 1/8 of an inch each time, however you want to do it. But that's kind of how I cut out my strips. So I did them in the new in color. So I have Starry Sky, Parakeet Party, and thanks, Sweet Sorbet. I had a loss for a second. The color names. So you can decide which way you want your stripes to go, right? So the dots are obviously the same. So this one I had my stripes go this way, and these two I had my stripes go this way. If you wanted the card to go this way, you could have it go that way, or that way. So you can kind of place your card however you want it to be. It's funny because I did this one first and I really liked it, and then I made this one. I said, oh, I kind of like the vertical stripe. So whatever you want to do is what you're going to do. So they weave in really nicely. So they just, I actually bend it. Right, they're so skinny that they bend really easy. And I made this long enough, so I cut it at 5.5 so that I could go this way or I could go this way. And so I wasn't sure when I did the video which way I wanted it to go. And then I have an overhang, and that's fine. So then I'm going to do, this one actually looks like it might be a little thicker, but it still fits in the hole. What I did was I measured the holes, the width of the hole, and that's how I determined how wide to cut my strips. I should have actually had one pre-done for you, but I didn't. Doesn't take that long. All right, and then I'll show you there's 2 different ways to kind of secure the ends. Just looking around, I think my silicone mat is not here. So we'll use scrap paper to catch any glue. I love the silicone mat, so those really help with glue. At least that just will stick to it, and then you can just rub it right off. But I also discovered if you get glue on your fingers, you can just rub your fingers right on that silicone mat and it comes off. We discovered that at, or I showed that off at club the other night. A couple girls got some sticky fingers. All right, so that's almost done. Oh, that one's gonna be, I was wondering, shoot, I didn't bring up another. Oh, it just fits. This one's a little thick. I'm gonna kind of squeeze it in there. I should have bought an extra one and I didn't. We'll make it work. You can cut strips and do every one of these dots. That would look kind of cool. You could go, I wonder if you could go different directions. You could go some this way and some this way. That might be actually fun to try that out. I had seen, actually what gave me the idea of actually weaving these strips through, and I don't remember who it was. Someone had made a card. Actually, it wasn't even, was it a card? It was a card. So she cut the circles, you know, cut with the dots, but then cut a circle and then wove some through. And then go this way. You can go either way. And then, so it was kind of cool. So it was a circle with a stripes. I'll have to find out that picture and post it because I really liked it. And that's kind of what gave me this idea, which, right, you can get ideas from anywhere and then tweak them to make it your own design. All right, so there I am all woven in. So you can either fold it over and glue it down, which, it's funny, some girls did that at club, but actually I am going to do it a different way because if I folded this one over, I would lose a little bit red here, which may or may not matter to you, but I'm gonna have it go all the way through. So I'm just putting a tiny dab of glue and I'm gonna just make that go stick down. I'll have to do the other side for those two. The strips of paper is very flexible, especially after I wove it through. Okay, so now I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to do the other sides. So they should all get glued down. Those ones are done. And this one. Normally I would wait a few minutes, let that dry, and then cut it, but I am just going to cut it right now. So you don't have to wait for the dry time. So then I'm just going to trim it with my scissors. So then they all get this nice straight edge. There we go. All right, so there we go. And so there is kind of a right side, wrong side. You might even notice I have some of these dot impressions in here. And what it was, because I was cutting so many of them, and let's see, I know I brought some up here to show you. Like, you know, so you get all these little holes that kind of fall out. So they were laying on my, these were laying on my cutting pads, and so it actually created texture. Those dots were creating texture. So just be wary of that. I didn't realize it till it was too late. But really, you're not even going to notice it. So this is just going to get glued down onto my card base. You can glue between the dots. You can glue on these strips. I do like the two grays together. It really does kind of neutralize some of the busyness, and then it lets those colors pop. All right, so I already heat embossed the Amazing. So again, that was from this set, the Amazing Phrases, and I heat embossed it with white embossing powder, and then I cut it out. Or actually, I cut it first, but these stylish shapes dies, which you see me, I use them all the time. You get 4 different circles, squares, and then the different pennant pieces. So I use that, and I also used the circle. That white circle was also from this set. So these are called stylish shapes, and they are my favorite. Uh-oh, and where did my circle go? Uh-oh. Let me find it. Okay, so I have my circle. I'm going to stamp. Let's see, that's my inside. I'm going to kind of gauge where that's going to go. And I decided I'm going to make this one. Like I said, you can choose different phrases to go with the different big words. So if you did it, amazing. You're doing amazing. I'm going to send that to someone who's recovering from surgery. You are amazing. So that could be a birthday. And these ones I actually stamped some cute flowers on the inside. So this one I'm going to do, you did it amazing, and then congratulations on the inside. So I'm going to use Starry Sky because that's the blue I used on the card. Just want to make sure that it fits in there. You did it. Okay. I'll leave that out. And so this, now you can kind of play with where you want it. If I like it on this side or this side, maybe I'll do this one on this side. I'm kind of varying them, which is fun. So I'm just going to put some glue. Just make sure my circle is, oh, there we go. There's enough room for that pennant. You did it. And then I'm going to pop that one up. I'm just about done with these dimensionals. It's the 3rd video I filmed today, so I have to make sure that I bring new ones up here. All right. So you did it. Amazing. And then what I was doing, I thought it needed like one more thing. And so I decided to put a flower kind of on there. So you can put it wherever you'd like. So I used the glitter paper of the In Colors. And so any of the colors would look nice, but I chose this Sweet Sorbet because I only did the one stripe. And so I thought it kind of balanced it out. And I used, this is an old retired punch. See how the paper's kind of ombre? I kind of want a darker one. But you might have a die or of a flower, or you might have another flower punch. I did not, so I'm using this one. And so I think I want it to go right there. And I'm going to use my last dimensional there. You could have balloons, you could have, I don't know, all sorts of stuff. So you did it amazing. And then I'm just going to finish it off with I think these are called Iridescent Gems. I'm going to put the big one right in the middle, just because flowers need well, I think flowers need a center. There we go. Stick it right there. So it's a little sparkle, little glimmer. So there we go. So let me put them all here so you can see them. Oh, I didn't stamp the middle. So I have my inner layer of basic white, and I'm going to use Inspired Dots and use this Congratulations. And I'll stamp that also in Starry Sky. Oops. I just put my glue in my ink. So I'm sure, let's see, look. Oh my God, oh, I have a napkin. Take this off. I don't want to get glue all over my work. That actually happened in my last video. I dropped I started the video with the card looking great, and I dropped it into the ink, and then it had ink all on the front of it. All right, so there we go. So, oops, that moved. There we go. So you did it amazing. Congratulations. So I think that'd be nice. A nice card for something good done. All right, so here we go. So those are the kind of the different versions of this card. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked it. Write so in the comments. Let me know what you think of the weaving technique, or if you come up with something else, or if you like the color combination, or you want more information on, here's that my August special. There's that host code, the K72JNPM7. And so that sale, that incentive is only for August. This is 2022. And then also the Sale-a-bration is going on. So thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you around Mail Something Pretty. Bye-bye.